What's going on, Minnesota Vikings fans? It's Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, and if you're looking for the latest news and rumors around the skull, well, guess what? You, my friends, are in the right place. Could the Vikings make a trade for Cowboys defensive tackle Trysten Hill? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, let's face it, it's the middle of July. There isn't too much going on here around the Vikings, and there are some trade rumors that are popping up around the Cowboys. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Todd Archer literally said that, hey, Hill could be a trade candidate for Dallas. So then what I did was like, all right, I'm going to connect two dots here and say, well, if one of the biggest needs for Minnesota is on the interior defensive line, could you figure out a trade that potentially works for both sides? So I asked Cowboys Report host Tom Downey, Tom, give me a trade idea for Trysten Hill. And he said, well, how about a washing machine? I'm not kidding. He literally said a washing machine. I was like, well, we can't go whole Jackie Moon, Flint Tropics on this one. I actually got to give you a pick. So why not this? Because Minnesota doesn't have a 7th-round pick in the 2023 draft, but they have a 7th in 2024. So I ask all of you, every single person who's watching right now, would you do this trade idea? The Vikings receive Trysten Hill. The Cowboys receive a 7th-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Let me know down in the comments why for yes and for no. Now, the more videos that we can do on the show is really, it comes up to all of you. So when I see numbers that 28.7% of the people that watch our shows are subscribed, that's eye-popping to me. To me, that number should be closer to 70% subscribed compared to not subbed. So this is what I want you to do. If you are one of our loyal subs, tell some of your friends, hit that subscribe button, because there's a lot of channels out there that we have here at Chat Sports. Raiders, Cowboys, 49ers, Bears that get live shows, daily videos. And if you want to get daily videos, then hit that subscribe button. Now, maybe you're like my dad, or maybe you're like my Uncle Steve, and technology, it scares you a little bit. You don't know how to create a YouTube account. Don't worry. I got your back. This is what you need to do. Go to YouTube. Click sign in. Then I want you to click create account. And something's going to pop up. You click for yourself. You fill out the information. First name, last name, all that kind of good stuff. Then go to Vikings Now on YouTube. Click subscribe and turn on your notifications. Or you just go to that link that you see below. And please hit that sub button. When you talk about trading for Trysten Hill, he had 11 tackles last season, a half a sack. He's not really going to add too much, but he could compete. He has not been lived up to the draft type whatsoever, and sometimes you just need a change of scenery, and maybe that's what Trysten Hill needs, is a change of scenery. Here's my other point to this, though. There have been reports out there from Archer, and a lot of times you see trade reports like, oh, the Cowboys could move on from him. It's also sometimes what teams try to do. That way a team actually trades for him before they release him. So if you like him enough, would you just wait and just try to pick him up if he gets cut? Because I think that's actually what might end up happening. This is what Archer had to say on Trysten Hill. While the Cowboys like to use a rotation along their defensive line, Hill will be fighting it out with Neville, Gallimore, and Osa for playing time at the 3 technique. And coordinator Dan Quinn isn't opposed to using defensive ends on the interior. Depending on how he performs in the preseason, Hill could become a trade possibility, but there doesn't appear to be a role for him beyond 2022. Which makes him expendable. And in 18 career games, 37 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, half a sack, 0 forced fumbles. I'm always a big believer that playing for the Dallas Cowboys puts a lot of pressure. It's sometimes when you see some big leader who hits a lot of home runs, they try to go play for the Yankees, and well, it doesn't always work out. Why? A lot of pressure in New York, a lot of pressure with the Yankees, a lot of pressure in Dallas. Minnesota, not as much pressure. I don't know. It sounds interesting to me. But let's just say you're like, you know what, Mitch? Nah, we're not going to trade for Trysten Hill. There's still a lot of really solid free agent defensive tackles out there. And I agree with you. I would rather have Sheldon Richardson, Linval Joseph, and Ndamukong Suh, Eddie Goldman. Honestly, man, I'd rather have a lot of names on this list right now. So you might not have to go out and trade for him. If you are looking for a potential trade target at the defensive tackle position, these are 5 names that I think make a lot of sense for teams that are interested in the DT. You got Deron Payne from Washington. Fletcher Cox was a name that got brought up a bunch last season during the NFL trade deadline, and they drafted Davis out of Georgia. Michael Brockers, Ross Blacklock, and then the other name I'll throw out there is Raekwon Davis of the Miami Dolphins. So we started this off with Trysten Hill. Then I showed you some free agents. Then I showed you some other potential trade candidates. Well, how about this? Be the GM. Name a defensive tackle that you think the Vikings should add. We're always dropping new deals here on Vikings Now, and I got an awesome deal for you that we continue to let this thing ride. We got a t-shirt combo. It's on sale. Chatsports.com/Vikings combo. If you want to get both of these t-shirts, usually it's $49.99. Nah, I got you covered. It's $29.99. Just go to this link that you see here below, and for whatever reason, you can't see that link below. I would tell you either put those glasses on, get a little bit closer, or luckily for you, it's in the description and in the comments section. Chatsports.com/Vikings combo. Kene Nwangwu, could he potentially be overtaking Alexander Mattison? And the reason why we're talking about this is because Paul Allen, who is the voice of the Vikings, believes that this could actually happen as the RB2. And the reason is because when you face it, and we have to be able to face the facts, and I know I've said on the show multiple times, I'm a big fan of Mattison. I've been a big fan since he's come out of Boise. However, his running style and his fit in the offense was definitely more built for a power eye, Mike Zimmer formation. Now you bring in Kevin O'Connell, who is going to implement more running backs who can catch the football, who need to be able to pass protect a little bit more. And Nwangwu here, he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021, so he might actually have an opportunity. This is what Paul Allen had to say. Mattison would be prohibitively favored, but everything is new. So Alex doesn't roll in and go like, oh, I know that play, I know that, I love that. It's all new, and Kenny's fast. If Kenny can catch passes, then he can usurp, Alexander. I know this. This running back room is stacked from top to bottom. You got Dalvin Cook, who was arguably the most talented running back in the entire league. You have Alexander Mattison. You have Nwangwu here, and then you also have Ty Chandler, the running back out of North Carolina, who I like quite a bit on top of that. So you have a good problem to have, and it's definitely going to be a battle that we should all watch and that we should see, whether it be training camp and whether it be during, well, the preseason as well. So this is what I'm thinking. Mattison and Nwangwu and Chandler, they are all going to compete for those spots, and if I'm the Vikings, I keep all of them. And yes, you might see somebody surpass somebody else, but in terms of goal line touches, I still believe that those goal line touches are going to go to Dalvin Cook, and they're going to go to Mattison. When you look at their numbers from last season, Mattison, 134 carries compared to 13. The yards obviously favored Mattison, 491 to 61. Receptions, 32. And then yards, 228, total touchdowns, 4. But extra season underneath your belt, new offensive coordinator, could change a lot of things. Then you look at Ty Chandler, running back from North Carolina, who had 182 carries last season, 1,092 yards, 13 touchdowns. The Tar Heels didn't really use Chandler too much in the pass-catching game from the running back standpoint. But you do see that quite often because colleges don't always have to. But I'm telling you right now, he can catch the football. So how about this? I want you to look into your crystal ball right now. And you know what? I'm actually going to make this the pinned comment on today's show. So every single one of y'all crazy mother effers, I want you to go down to the comments and let me know. Pick an RB2. Type A for Alexander, K for Kenny, or I want you to type T for Ty Chandler. I made a video here on this channel all the way back on July 6th, and I told y'all, if you join the notification gang, the Noti gang as we call it here, and how do you do that? You hit that subscribe button, you turn on your noties, and you try to be one of the very first 5 people to comment. Whether you comment Vikings, Skull, or hell, comment Noti gang. We're going to give you guys some love here on some future shows. So shout out to Tim, DOD, Frank, Steve, and Tunu. Y'all are real ones, and appreciate you for joining the Noti gang. If you want to see your name or avatar on a future show, turn your notifications on, click all, and then if you made it this far in the video, I want you to spam me for a shout out.